Todd, Justin Schultz wasn't on the ice this morning.
He's sick. Phoned in late last night, sick. Came to the rink this morning. Very doubtful for tonight.
If he doesn't go?
If he doesn't go, we have our 6. Griffin will play. Clendenning will play. Davey is close. He needs another day or two to. I fully expect him to play in. Where do we go? Ottawa. And once we get there, hopefully Schultz is back. We'll have 8 to choose from. Tonight we're probably limited to 6.
Todd, what do you see as the potential for this line with McDavid, Pouliot, and Everly?
Well, the combination, and probably there's probably a lot being made of why isn't Yak there. It's nice to have those options, but Benny is a big, strong player. When he's applying himself properly and consistently, he can open up a lot of space for those guys, and he has a good finish from the left side. Right-handed shot with Ebbs, who has a lot of experience scoring goals and has some nice hands. I think he can be the benefactor of Connor's play as well. But in turn, I think those two need to help Connor as much as Connor's going to help them, and get Connor up and running. And obviously there'll be a focal point on 97 tonight, and just feel that those two can help him out games 1, 2, 3, and we'll see where it goes from there.
You kind of know what it looks like when Connor plays with Nail. Is it important to, get a few different looks and see what possibilities there could be?
Yes, no. It's just important that we play well to begin with. And I think I just explained why we're playing those two there to start with. We could be a period in, and Yak could be there. Yak could be on the left side, Poo down. I don't know. But I know when the game starts, we're going to have those 3 together. And Letestu and Cassian have formed a pretty good bond between the two of them on a line. Anybody from Pakarin into Yakupov has played well there, so I feel good about Yak on that side. And he'll be shooting the puck from there.
It seems, even for Sportsbet, if we figure out that a guy with really good hands playing on the right side of McDavid would probably be a good combination. Is this something that when you sat around in the summertime, you thought about doing right from the start of the year, and are you sort of equally as looking forward to seeing how this clicks? Because it should click.
Well, I'm intrigued by what the potential is for it, and yes, we did talk about it in the summer. Jordan and Connor have never played a game together, never mind on the same line because of the injury factor, so it will be nice to see what they can do. I think Jordan's threshold for production and impact on the game is higher than we've seen. I've shared that with him as early as yesterday, and we need him to get up and running at a higher level. Same thing with Benny Pouliot, for us to have success in the last 32 games.
John Scott, you had John Scott in San Jose. Did
Yep.
you watch the game yesterday?
I did, yeah.
What did you think of?
Thought it was great. I thought it was, he fit, for however John got to the All-Star game, how the vote started or whatever, they picked the right guy because he's got he's a big man. He fits the character well of that role that he played at the game. The players rallied around him. They were all happy for him. The fans were happy for him. I haven't watched the All-Star. I've been to a couple, but I haven't really watched the All-Star game. I watched that one. I watched the skills competition. I had an interest in obviously what Taylor was doing. Pavelski, Burns, their kids, because I been around them for a while, and obviously the John Scott factor. And I was sitting in my chair and I'm proud to be part of the NHL right now, because there was a lot of good human interest stories as well that were tied into the broadcast, and the John Scott story with his little girl sitting there. I'm sure they were very proud of him, and just a great event for him, and I think for our league.
Todd, it would, given where the standings are at right now, it would take a pretty good run to be in that conversation by the end of the year. So what's an expectation for you from this team the rest of the way? What do you expect and want to see from them growth-wise?
Well, we reviewed yesterday prior to going on the ice. We had enough time to look at where we were when we started and where we are now. We actually didn't talk about standings or anything like that, but we talked about our team play, and we've cut our pardon me, our goals against down by almost half a goal a night from where it was last year, which is a really good start for our team. That has to continue. To get to that point that you're talking about, it has to come down another quarter goal a night to be a playoff team. So we've got a lot of work ahead of us, and that's the toughest gap to close. We talked about our ability to stay in games and compete longer and have that drive and desire and fortitude to plow on maybe when it isn't going that well. And we've been able to play in, I think it was 25 one-goal games, and we've had 6 other games where teams have scored empty net goals against us and lost, and we've played in 3 games where we've scored empty net goals. So 34, 50 games have been basically one-goal nights for us. That's a good thing for our team to be that close. In the big picture, it's not a great thing because we're not winning enough of them. We talked about special teams, how they have to improve. Penalty kill's done a real admirable job over the last little bit. Obviously, power play has to improve. Then I met with some individuals about their play. Had kind of that mid-season review, and Jordan was one that we talked about earlier, where are they at or near their threshold? Are they pushing the envelope higher, or are they really just trying to get to the midway point? We've had some real good success stories. We've had others that have to pick it up, and so individually we have to get better. So we've done a lot of review over the last few days. Just need to establish our game again tonight. I think Columbus will probably be saying the same thing after a break. Coaches are afraid going into the break, and they're afraid coming out of the break. It doesn't matter which team you're with. You don't know really what you're going to get and how they're going to respond. So we'll play. We'll throw our best game out there, I believe, and as the league gets ramped up again and we get more practice days and game days underneath us, I hope that we get polished up quickly and get going again.